What's going on, deep divers? Ever wonder about those sleek EV designs and why aerodynamics are such a big deal?
Oh, yeah, it's all about efficiency, performance,
Wow.
how slippery that car is going through the air. We measure it with the drag coefficient.
Exactly. And today we're diving deep into a story where that number isn't just a speck on a sheet, it's the spark for some serious real-world drama. Think high stakes, think lawsuits.
Right, it's got all the makings of like a viral expose, a Chinese EV company, Avatr, suing a blogger over this very number for their Avatr 12 sedan.
And look, for you, our listener, the learner, if drag coefficient sounds a bit technical, don't sweat it. We're going to unpack this whole drag coefficient drama piece by piece. It's actually pretty fascinating.
It really is. It shows how much rides on these technical claims.
Yeah.
So it all sort of kicked off May 2nd, 2025.
Yeah, this blogger, handle @atras, posts a video, doesn't explicitly say Avatr 12, but the footage. Pretty clear what car they meant.
And the claim was pretty bold, saying this EV is advertised, maybe record low, drag coefficient. Not accurate.
They basically said its real-world performance was more like, what, a 20-year-old gas car? Ouch.
Yeah, that's quite the comparison, especially for an EV where aerodynamics are key for range. You
Right.
want that number low.
So what did the blogger actually find? Did they give a number?
They did. Their test, apparently at 120 kilometers per hour, showed a drag coefficient of 0.2818.
Okay, 0.2818. And Avatr was marketing it as.
0.21, so quite a gap there.
Right. You can see why Avatr wouldn't just, let that slide.
Definitely not. They responded fast. The very next day, May 3rd, they put out a statement, called the blogger's info completely inaccurate.
Pretty direct, just a straight denial.
Yep. But then the story got, let's say, amplified. Big time.
Ah, right. This is where Elon Musk comes in.
Exactly. He retweeted the blogger's video on X, and suddenly everyone's looking.
Wow, okay, so that definitely ups the ante. How did Avatr react to that?
Well, a few days later, May 6th, they posted on Weibo. They specifically mentioned Musk sharing what they called, again, inaccurate information.
And they didn't just deny it this time.
No, they went further. They actually invited Musk to come see for himself. Witness a live wind tunnel test of the Avatr 12.
Whoa, okay, that's a pretty bold move, like putting your cards on the table live.
A very public statement of confidence.
Yeah.
And they did it. May 9th, live-streamed wind tunnel test.
So for anyone listening, a wind tunnel basically blows air over the car in a controlled way to measure exactly how resistant it is, right? Gives you that drag number.
Precisely. And the results from Avatr's live test, well, they were interesting.
Okay, let's hear them. What did their own test show?
At that same 120 kilometers per hour speed the blogger used, the results ranged from 0.2325 up to 0.2972, depending on, the exact setup.
So 0.2325 to 0.2972. That high end is actually above the blogger's number.
It is. Though they also noted that at a higher speed, 160 kilometers per hour, they got it down as low as 0.2173.
Okay, so maybe that 0.21 claim wasn't totally pulled out of thin air, but perhaps only achievable under very specific, maybe higher speed conditions.
That seems possible. The results certainly showed more variability than just a single 0.21 figure suggests.
So after this test, did Avatr feel vindicated? What did they say then?
They demanded the blogger take down the video, the false statements, and issue a public apology.
And did the blogger apologize?
He did post an apology video, yes.
Yeah.
But that didn't smooth things over.
Oh, what was wrong with the apology?
Avatr was not happy with it. Their main gripe seemed to be that the blogger called the car used in their live test a prototype.
Ah, and Avatr is saying it wasn't a prototype?
Exactly. They insisted it was a production car. They felt calling it a prototype was like deliberately trying to confuse people, make the test seem less valid, and basically damage their brand further.
Okay, I can see how that would be an issue. So apology rejected. What happens next?
The lawsuit. Avatr's legal team announced it on Weibo. They're formally suing the blogger.
For what exactly? Just taking the video down?
Oh, much more. They want him to stop the alleged infringing behavior, and they're demanding compensation. 10 million RMB. Was about, what, 1.4 million US dollars?
Wow, $1.4 million. That's huge.
It really is. Reports are saying it's one of the biggest amounts a Chinese car company has ever sued a blogger for. They're clearly sending a message.
So, just to recap, blogger makes a claim, Avatr denies, Musk amplifies, Avatr does a live test with somewhat mixed results, blogger apologizes in a way Avatr dislikes, and now, massive lawsuit.
That's the gist of it. It's this whole tangle of manufacturer claims, independent testing, social media's power, and now the courts.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? In this age of super slick marketing, especially for EVs where efficiency numbers are so important, how vital is independent verification?
That's the big question. What's the right balance? What role should bloggers, testers, and maybe even consumers play in keeping companies accountable for the numbers they put out there?
It's definitely something worth pondering as this tech keeps evolving so quickly, a really complex situation.
Absolutely. And on that note, keep those critical thinking engines running.
And we'll catch you on the next deep dive. Thanks for tuning in.